What's up, guys? That's right. Today is a discussion on what tires that I should buy on my Ram Cummins diesel. And right now, what we have on this truck is we have the Toyo Open Country MTs. And we've been running these tires for almost 2 years. Now, when I got these tires, they were almost brand new. I said almost because I bought them off somebody, but they still had the nipples on them, so nobody drove them that long. But I've only got about 30,000 miles on these tires, and they're just about worn out. So we're going to be talking about 4 main tires today on which tire is the best tire to go with for the right value, and what you guys think would be the best tire to put on this truck, and what kind of tire would you put on your truck. So right now, let's jump into it. So as you can see, these tires, I would say probably you're only going to get maybe 5,000 more miles out of them, give or take, just depending on what you're doing. And these tires have been out for quite some time. They're a really good tire by Toyo. To the back, and you're going to notice when you're hauling, your rear tires are going to be taking on most of the brunt of that weight, and they are definitely getting there, especially right now. It is raining out. I would say these are just right at the wear bar, almost at the wear bar. Some might say, oh, well, you can get another 10,000 miles on them. They are starting to dry rot, and that's definitely a concern to me as well. If you don't know, it's your first time watching, it's Matt here from MJ's Garage, and all we do is talk about upgrades and help you guys make your investment a little bit easier. So the first tire that we're going to be talking about is going to be the Hercules TSI TT1. A lot of you guys are like, what the heck is that? That's a bunch of code. Yeah, it doesn't sound like an MT, but this tire's been out for about a year, and Hercules actually partnered up with TIS. TIS is a branded company that makes wheels, and you will see a lot of companies that have been doing this that make wheels that also want to make tires because it's a good package and a good fit. So on the TIS, and what we're going to be talking about, the tires that size that we're going to be talking about is the 35, 12 and a half, 20. And that is going to be a mud tire. Okay. So on the Hercules, it's going to be you can get this tire in a 12 ply, which is a good size tire. The speed rating on it is going to be a Q, so it's going to be a speed rating to be able to withstand up to 100 miles per hour, which is really well. And then load is going to be F, so that's going to be just a major factor that you're going to be able to haul a lot of weight to this. It's definitely a sign that it's a 12 ply tire. And max tow on this is going to be 3640, so 3,600 pounds that you can tow on this single tire. Now cost on this tire is only $354. This tire is a really nice tire. It has a really nice sidewall on it, and it is pretty much in comparison to what I have on the truck now. It's time to get tires, and it's time to make a smart investment, but I want to make this investment with you guys and get your opinion on what you guys have ran or what you guys think is the best. All right, let's go ahead and jump into tire number 2, Venom TERRA Hunter MT. And this also is going to be the same size tire, 35, 12 and a half, 20. Speed rating is a Q, so 100 mile an hour max speed. And then load E is going to be this tire. Now, this is a 10 ply tire, not a 12 ply. You cannot get a 12 ply on the 35. You have to go to a 37-inch tire to get that 12 ply, which doesn't make no sense to me. Tire pressure max is going to be 65 psi, and then the weight of the tire is only 65 pounds. Max load on this tire is going to be 31.95. So you do lose about, I would say, about 400 pounds of max load on the tire. But that's what you get when you get a 10 ply. And the cost on this tire is only going to be $342 each. So that is definitely something to compare. It's very similar as the Hercules and also very similar to the Toyo. That's what we're comparing today is different variances, different tires that are out there that look like this tire, that look like the Toyo that I have, because I want to keep that same look. And yes, we do have other tires out there. Today we're only going to be talking about 4. Now, the next tire is going to be the Toyo Open Country MT. That's what I have on the vehicle right now. Same thing, 35, 12 and a half, 20. That is going to be a 12 ply tire. Speed rating is a Q, load is a F, and max load is a 3640. So pretty much the same as the Hercules. You get pretty much the same quality of tire, the 80 psi. Now the weight is a little bit lighter than the Hercules. It's coming right at 79 pounds. That's going to help you out about 2 pounds less. It's not going to be as much less compared to the Venom, but it's definitely a lighter tire. So your MPGs, I don't know if you're really going to notice the difference between the 2 pounds lighter from the Hercules or not. And then cost is going to be $534 each. That's going based off of what I found online. So the Toyo Open Countries has been around for a long time, and I have personally ran that tire myself. But I think it's time to look outside the box and see what else is out there for a little bit cheaper on the price. Now let's talk about the last tire, and the last tire is going to be Nitto, the Nitto Trail Grapplers, and that is also going to be a sister company of Toyo. So Toyo and Nitto are owned by the same company. They're sisters, so it's kind of weird to explain, but if you guys know what I mean, you understand. So once again, same size tire, 35, 12 and a half, 20, 12 ply tire. Speed rating is a Q, load is a F, max load, same as the Toyo, 3640, PSI 80 PSI, and the weight is coming at 77 pounds. Now, the cost is a little bit cheaper, and the cost is only going to be at $501 each on this tire. So here we have it, 4 different tires, 4 different variances. The tire that I'm looking at possibly upgrading to is going to be the Hercules, because the bang for your buck and what you get. Now I have done some research on this tire. A lot of people have complimented on this tire and said that it holds up really well. It's not too loud. It's quiet going down the road. And it also is a 12 ply tire that gives you that longevity going down the road, especially if you're pulling heavy weight. Now, the other tire that I would keep in consideration is going to be the Nitto. I think that based on what we see here, the Venom is not going to be what is best for me, because I'm trying to go with a 12 ply tire instead of a 10 ply tire. And if there's any other tires that you guys might suggest, please comment below. The Toyo tire has been tried and true for such a long period of time, but the longevity of that tire that I'm getting out of it now is not what it used to be. And a lot of manufacturers have went with a cheaper product after COVID to kind of keep costs down. If you remember, about a couple years ago, tires were costing a lot more, and the prices have came down back to, I would say, quote unquote normal, but they could be a little bit cheaper. So hey, I appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't already and this is your first time watching, go ahead and subscribe. My logo right off to the side, so you can click that and it will subscribe. Hit the bell so you can get all the new videos that are coming out, because we are fixing to drop another video. I've got some parts coming in for the Ram, and I can't wait, guys. So I appreciate you guys watching, and you guys have a good one. We'll see you on the next one.